Hello, hello. Let me clean the lens. We should, as a matter of etiquette, we should do that before we go live, shouldn't we really? I'm beginning to think that I might end up looking a little bit craggy like Hugh Grant as I get older. He's only 5 years older than me, isn't he?
I thought he looked well, Rob.
He didn't look well, did he? But then is he supposed to sort of look like a sort of roguish, sort of knackered?
Who saw it?
Who saw it?
Right, so...
It's available. It's available on HBO in the States, is it? Okay.
So, The Undoing. Mark, kick us off.
Well, I mean, first things first. Let's do a little bit of itinerary here. Who are the key personnel? It's Nicole Kidman. It's Hugh Grant. I'm a huge Nicole Kidman fan. I always think I'm not going to be blown away by her, and then I always am blown away. Yeah. She was amazing in Big Little Lies. This is created by and written by the same creator as Big Little Lies. And he's also, incidentally, the writer, is it David E. Seller? He's also the husband of Michelle Pfeiffer.
There's another brilliant actress.
It's a curious thing. Someone else have got an enormous
She would have been great on Big Little Lies.
She doesn't act in as much as she used to. And this isn't an incidental detail, but the young actor in it who plays Hugh Grant and Nicole Kidman's son, Noah Jupe, is... You need to keep that name in your head and come back to me in 15 years' time when he's won probably 2 Oscars. He should have been nominated for an Oscar last year for Honey Boy. One of the most remarkable child performances, I think, since Henry Thomas in E.T.
Yeah.
It was so good. Where
he's got something very special about
Very special. There was a scene in The Undoing tonight when he walks back in and Nicole Kidman's being quizzed by the police. And what he did just with his face...
Well, not with his face, what he...
No, of course. But I mean, to the layperson, what you will have seen is just this incredibly attentive face, just acting its head, its tits. So he's just very good. He's just so thorough. So the concept of this is what? It's Nicole Kidman and Hugh Grant seem to have a very happy marriage, I thought. He's very flirty with her. He reminds me of me. He's always wanting to a bit hanky-panky with her, like I am with you. Mm-hmm. He's not getting it, like I'm not with you. And
do you let him get in the shower and scrub him with his rubber glove?
With his rubber dinghy. I like their relationship. I thought it was quite well drawn.
Oh.
Wasn't it?
Listen, I have been looking forward to this for weeks.
Yeah.
Because all the things that we love, Succession, we watched them all, didn't we? Succession, Ozarks.
Yeah.
What was the one about the girl living in there? Oh, God.
Guys, I'm just going to put you back over to, I think we've lost Wi-Fi. 1 second.
We're back.
We are on 4G, so we can't see your comments down here, so we're going to close that.
So all of those brilliant dramas that have been going on, and we've needed something else. I was so excited about this. It was going to be a winner for me anyway, because it was Nicole Kidman and Hugh Grant, it was Sky. And then to find out it was the same writer of Big Little Lies, I'm so excited all day.
Yeah. And also, Hugh Grant's coming off the back of, he was in that A Very British Coup, wasn't he? Or Very British, whatever it was, Very English Scandal, where he played the liberal politician. He was brilliant in that. So he's great. I mean, he just, for saying in the past he was a bit of a sort of hammy actor, he's really exudes presence now, doesn't he? And gravitas. And he's kind of, welcome, who's that? Lots of cook 1-3s.
Lots of cook 1-3s, lots of cook 1-3s.
So they have a very meaningful relationship.
Yeah.
Meaningful. It seems solid. They seem united.
No, it seemed perfect.
Too perfect. Is that what you're trying to say? Too perfect. Yeah, I know what you mean. The right amount of just frippery. She's a psychotherapist. He's an oncologist. For children. Their son, Noah Jupe, goes to one of the most expensive private schools in New York. It's set in New York. I like the way they shot New York. I thought we didn't get just a sort of sheeny, polished version of New York. It was quite grey.
It was lovely to see New York, so we miss it.
Yeah, especially as they were filming on all the roads that I've taken wonderful photos of you on. Hi, Susan Schladd. We're good, thank you. And so what slowly unfolds is that there's this woman who's one of the parents of a child at the school, the young woman who reminded us of countless of your relatives.
Nudist.
She was a beautiful nudist.
She was the image of my cousin. She could have been her.
Which one?
Lara.
She was like, Lara's in my short film, The Masseuse. It was like watching her in The Masseuse. It was just bizarre. And so come on, how would you characterise her? She's a bit unhinged.
Unhinged.
She breastfed very upfront.
Intense like you've never seen.
She breastfed intensely.
I mean, I was just thinking, crazy stalker. When we first saw her breastfeeding in that meeting, I thought, oh my God, that's Hugh Grant's baby.
Oh yeah, you did. She was really looking at Nicole Kidman closely. I thought she was looking at Nicole Kidman like she was thinking, "Where'd you get your facials done? Because you look great, and I want to know it for when I'm older." Then she literally, I would demonstrate if it wasn't so offensive, but she took out her breast and just thrust it. And then there was lots of these shots, and then all the mothers sitting around were just like, "That's a bit in your face, isn't it?" And then Nicole Kidman was in the locker rooms, wasn't she?
You can tell the whole story of this episode.
Yeah. And then she just stood there with her pert buttocks just in front of her. I thought Nicole Kidman played that very well. What?
Because usually we see Nicole Kidman's pert bottom in Big Little Lies. Maybe this one she's not going to do it.
No, it was the chance of someone else.
She was, I mean, everything. The locations, the styling, the makeup, the hair. So the look of it was very glossy and lovely. But you can just feel already the web of lies, secrets and lies that are going to be... It's just sizzling. It's a bed of naughtiness.
I don't necessarily think Nicole's naughty, though. Do you think Nicole's naughty? Mind you, what went on in the lift? I can't work out. You've pulled me back. Am I supposed to not be giving spoilers?
Well, no, you can. I just wondered if you were going to tell the entire episode bit by bit.
No, I was just going to tell the bits about the nudist.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? What red-blooded man wouldn't? So a very dramatic thing happens to one of the key characters, in case you watch it tonight, approximately 2/3 of the way through. It's so violent, there's not much head left. And
Well, you've just done a total spoiler.
yeah, we don't know who. We don't know who. Stop doing this. I can't talk freely. You're just sitting there like that, not saying anything, and I'm trying to get...
I'm not saying anything. Stop talking. What are you talking
Go on,
about?
say something.
It was very reminiscent, actually, of Big Little Lies in a good way, not in just a copycat way, because I love that whole... Don't you think? The group of sort of preppy mums and like... So I'm hoping that we're going to get some great character studies.
Yeah, Carrie Doherty. Nicole Kidman was great as ever. Why didn't she mention the kiss in the lift to her husband? I'd imagine it's a bit awkward, isn't it?
Well, no, we didn't see her again with her husband. The next thing we knew, he came back and he was having sex with her. Because he was disturbed about the child dying.
No, she did. She saw him at the party upstairs. She went back up in the lift.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, and he said, I've got to pop off because I've got a problem with someone.
Well, because it was so thoroughly odd. I mean, if you went up to your husband and said, she just kissed me in the lift, it's a big drama, isn't it?
It is a big drama, and I guess she just wanted to get through the evening with a minimum of fuss. Would you do the same thing if someone just snogged you in the lift? Or do you think, I'll park that for later and I'll talk about it another time? And then
I would have just freaked out if somebody had done that to me in the lift.
What would you have done?
Do we think, who watched it, do you think Nicole Kidman was responding to her? Because I think she was. I think she was slightly attracted to her.
Do you think that's why she offered her a free
She did no, that's not why. No, but I think she was just confused in the lift when she kissed her. But, you know, she's very brutal, isn't it? Psychologists don't usually challenge in that way, do they? So I wonder if there is something else about her.
I love this comment, look, from our new family guest. My wife is suspicious of me watching A Star of Loose Women, but I can't help it. I love this channel. That's so funny.
Thank you.
What note did the girl give to the waiter? Did she give a note?
Waiter?
I don't remember giving a note to the waiter.
No, when she was saying... No, it wasn't a note. It was her ticket for her coat.
Oh! Yeah, it was her coat tag number.
Yeah.
It was her coat room number.
But when she did that, when she came out of the room and she was crying and she gave the coat tag and then she went in and then Nicole came out, as that was happening, I was thinking, okay, so in a courtroom, this is what we're going to see. We're going to see this girl coming out having cried. And all these witnesses are going to say that there was... Because she's just said to the police she hardly knows her and she's come to one meeting and then they're going to piece together. She's going to be framed for something. This is what I think. Of course, I don't know.
Right.
I reckon I love to have a good
Nicole Kidman's going to be framed.
I reckon Nicole Kidman is going to be framed. What do you think?
I think Hugh Grant has been kidnapped by the mother's, the nudist's husband.
No. He's got the baby.
I think Hugh Grant hasn't done anything wrong. He was too genuinely nice, and I love him, and I want to be his friend.
Well, we know we can tell that there's going to be a load of a web of lies. You can just tell.
Oh, well, you can. I had to read your comment twice then, Joe. Oh, right, sorry, Ashley. Here's the other thing. I think Nicole Kidman said in interview that she needed her husband to help her for approximately a month to disentangle herself from how complicated this storyline gets.
Really?
You know how Amy Adams had to take about 9 months off just to recover from sharp objects? Same thing. I think Nicole Kidman...
What, you mean after she'd finished the
After
film?
she'd finished the series. Apparently, I mean, in the final sort of sequence, you don't know what's going on with Hugh Grant, her husband. You don't know what's happened to the person who's something awful's happened to, which you'll find out. We can talk about next week, because now I've made it a non-spoiler review. And in just that final 2 minutes on the bed, you could see, I thought she played that very well, and the editing really helped it. There was a lot of montage. You know, this is where editing's so clever. It created a real sense of panic. And it's that urgency that kicks in when you think you know where someone is, and then she finds the phone in the drawer.
She was so panicked when she found the phone in the drawer.
That was quite
so
clever.
Has she always had a little feeling of something? Because I'd be more like, oh my God, he's left his phone in the drawer.
Nicole Kidman's killed him.
No, she
Yes,
hasn't.
he was in bed. He was vulnerable.
No,
he was
hasn't.
frightened.
No.
He was upset because
she's definitely not killed him.
Do you ever think it's strange when in films people have sex as a means to dealing with genuine sort of upset? Last thing on my mind is going to have a bit of sex. Do you know what I mean? I just thought that scene was a bit unpalatable.
I didn't want to see it.
Not in terms of the programme, but in terms of just them. I just thought...
It was a bit like, because she wasn't really keen. She just did it because he was upset about supposedly a child dying. But
of
maybe
cancer.
it was him that killed nudist woman. Sorry, I've got the hiccups.
Well, hang on. Look, as we sign off here, guys, watch it. It's on HBO if you're in America, and it's on Sky here if you can watch it. And I think it's coming to now on a delay. I'm not too sure. So hopefully you'll get a chance to watch it. But here's the thing.
Why did he leave his phone? Exactly, Lucy Letitia. And why didn't he just call her on a landline to say, I've left my phone?
No one leaves their phone if they've done something wrong.
No.
No one leaves their phone.
I thought that.
No one leaves their phone if they've done something wrong. And
But she hasn't got the code.
And the most obvious connection to make in this first episode is Hugh Grant kills a young woman.
It's called The Undoing, Joe Wright.
The Undoing. Think of the title. What's the title about?
Well, it's the undoing of all their lives, isn't it? The secrets and lies.
But is it the undoing of...
Because this writer likes lies, doesn't he?
He loves lies.
Big little lies.
He loves little big lies too.
Undoing. The undoing of who's told the lie.
I love...
And who hasn't.
You know what I want to call my drama tonight? The unfastening. Or the unzipping. But anyway, on that note... It's a cracking series already, and we've only seen episode 1. So tune in next week. Can you tell us what your thoughts are? Don't give us any spoilers. Tell us what you think's happening, and we can all then chew over the cud and have a chat, and then we can feed back on the second episode, because I love it when you have little insights. So check it out. We're now going to go and watch The Sisters, because you keep mentioning it.
Bye.